At Seaside High, today's peaceful protest comes after yesterday's school shooting here.
You could see like splatters on the ceiling.
17-year-old Furman Gonzalez was injured when his teacher, Dennis Alexander, was inspecting his gun in class and accidentally fired into the ceiling.
And there's like blood on my shirt, and then I like wipe my neck kind of, and a bullet fragment comes off my neck.
Fortunately, Gonzalez wasn't seriously hurt. Alexander, who's a reserve police officer and a city councilman, wasn't authorized to carry a gun on campus. He was teaching a course in public safety.
It's just so crazy that the teacher teaching them about gun safety shoots one off and hits the ceiling.
At nearly the same time in Alexandria, Virginia, another accidental shooting.
We're talking about arming teachers, and even the security personnel that are trained can't seem to make it work.
A resource officer discharged his gun in a middle school.
When we talk about arming teachers, that's what worries me, because we had this happen with someone who's a highly trained officer. I think that speaks for itself.
Coast to coast, students put in danger by the very people in charge of their safety. Miguel Almaguer, NBC News.
Classes are canceled at a North Georgia high school this morning after police arrested a teacher for firing a gun inside his classroom. Jesse Randal Davidson faces 6 charges, including making terroristic threats and aggravated assault. Jerika Duncan is following the investigation as the nation debates whether to arm teachers. Jerika, good morning.
Good morning. Dalton High School's principal describes Davidson as an excellent teacher who was fit to be at work. But during yesterday's incident, he says Davidson was behaving strangely before firing his handgun.
Around 11:30 Wednesday morning, Jesse Randal Davidson reportedly locked the door to his social studies classroom and refused to let anybody in, including his students.
And he slammed the door before I could open it and said, "Don't come in here, I have a gun."
Principal Steve Bartu said Davidson was also making nonsensical noises. He ordered Dalton High School to lock down.
It was shortly after that I heard a gunshot.
The bullet went through a classroom window. Nobody was hit, but a student twisted her ankle running away. Police say the school's resource officer persuaded the 53-year-old teacher to surrender.
Very, very proud of this officer and everything that he did to render this horrible situation safe as quick as what he did.
Police reports obtained by CBS this morning show that in 2016, Davidson went to police to confess to having someone killed. He also said he was on several different medications for depression and was thinking about hurting himself. Police could not verify his claims and sent him to a hospital. And last year, Davidson went missing at school, but he was later found wandering about a mile away.
I was scared, very scared.
Anne Marie Jacobs' daughter, Emma, a junior at Dalton, sent her these text messages saying an armed teacher was freaking out yelling. She still agrees with President Trump that teachers should carry firearms to help stop school shootings.
But of course, in return, there needs to be background checks and just maybe some evaluations for the teacher to see if they're stable enough.